Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Haze Co. I am Aja A, for those of y'all that have never seen one of my videos. For those of y'all that have, welcome back. Thanks for rocking with me. As you don't see tarot cards on your screen, it is time for something going on with the planets. This is a big one. Excuse me. We just had our last new moon of 2019 of the decade. It's also the new moon that we're going to be bringing in the next year with, and also this next decade with. Excuse me. For those of y'all that don't know what type of energy comes along with that, new moon is the time when the sun, the moon, and the earth are aligned, but the sun is not illuminating the side of the moon facing us, so it appears as if there is no moon in the sky. It appears as if it's not there. The energy associated with the new moon is a little bit of mystery, this energy of new beginnings, of rejuvenated energy, and also on the shadow side, a little bit of confusion as far as we don't have the illumination associated with the full moon. This new moon is, as I said, it's a big one because we are also having an eclipse, or we had an eclipse along with it. And it was a partial solar eclipse. And eclipses bring in this major energy of change and transformation. I like to say that they are like the new moons and the full moons on steroids. Excuse me. I don't think I'm getting a cold. I think I knocked it before it could come in, but bear with me, y'all. I apologize in advance for coughing. So yeah, the eclipses bring in this energy of change. As far as the solar eclipses go, they bring in the energy of, or they shed light on and bring in this energy of the change coming in, putting us into our next chapters, our next steps. Let's see. What else do I have here for my beginning notes, y'all? Oh yeah, so the eclipse energy for the new moons, I typically say that we deal with the energy pretty strongly for at least the shadow period, around a week or so. And then underlying for the next month. However, with the eclipse energy being lent to this time as well, we're going to be feeling and dealing with this energy for the next 6 months. I think we've got one more round in Cancer and Capricorn, a set of eclipses coming up next summer, in this upcoming summer. So we'll be dealing with this energy for the next 6 months in regards to what is coming in for us. And this new moon and partial solar eclipse is happening in the sign of Capricorn. I love my Capricorns. I'm a Capricorn rising myself, so I tend to love y'all anyway. I have a little bit of a bias. So yeah, we had this new moon on Thursday, December 26th, which is also my little brother's birthday. Happy 21st to you, Q. And I also have twin brothers the day before Christmas, for those of y'all that don't know me. Fun fact, tidbit. Happy 23rd birthday to my twin brothers, Naeem and Nasir. I love you guys. I love all of you guys. I'm very proud of you. Very interesting time to have these birthdays falling on their Jordan year, and then also the other one coming into his 21st with this eclipse. So lots of good change and positive transformation coming in for the three of y'all, and anybody else who's having their birthday around this time, or any Capricorns. And I'll talk a little bit more about this energy coming back in for people once I get a little bit more into the eclipse notes a little bit later on into the video. So as I was saying, this eclipse was on Thursday the 26th at 12:13 in the morning. That's Eastern Standard Time. So if you care, go on and do your calculations. You can find out what time this moon was actually happening in your area. As I said earlier, this new moon fell in the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn is the goat. Capricorns, if you know any, they are they carry a very entrepreneurial energy. They are very successful. They're very diligent, practical minded. They're also very realistic. Capricorn is governed by Saturn, so they carry this paternal energy as well. They're very responsible too. So there's a few things that this Capricorn energy, coupled with the new moon and the solar eclipse, that that are going to be coming in for us very strongly over the next month, and then we'll have this underlying energy of this Capricorn new moon eclipse over the next 6 months as well, coupled with all of the other moon and astrological energies coming in. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about with Capricorn, as I said earlier, they are very diligent, hard workers. That energy, that's one of the first things you think of when you hear Capricorn or you hear about Capricorn people. So one of the things that we'll be dealing with, or that we'll be doing during this next month and over the next 6 months, is actually working on our goals, not necessarily working towards them. We've been preparing and getting ourselves to that point to where we could really hit the ground running. This is the start of the race. So this is the start of the marathon. And, you know, word to Nipsey, rest in heaven, rest in peace. This is pretty much going to be our victory lap. This is where shit really gets popping for us. So for the next 6 months and over this next month, we'll see this energy come in of, with this being a solar eclipse, a partial solar eclipse, we get this energy of illumination, although it is the new moon. So we'll have this energy of this fresh, rejuvenated motivation, ready to, like I said, hit the ground running. But we'll also have that energy of the solar eclipse coming in, giving us a clear path. So we'll have a clear path in regards to what we're starting on, and what we're starting on is not getting to our goals, but we're actually starting on working on them, actively making them happen for ourselves in the physical. That energy coupled coupled with the energy of the Capricorn diligence, that hard worker bee, busy bee energy over the next 6 months. And I was talking about this in the last couple of videos and in a lot of the recent tarot spreads. This energy of nothing was the same coming in. So the things that we'll be doing over this next month, although for some of us it may be a little bit more on a subconscious level, for some of us it may be playing out in the physical. Like you may actively be, you know, doing things and know like, oh, this is setting me up for what's about to pop off here. We're really going to be doing the work. Capricorn is an earth sign, so that's physicality. We're really going to be physically making moves. We're really going to be making changes here. Like I said, working on our goals as opposed to working towards them. We're in the mix coming up now. We're starting this new decade, coming into this new year, 2020, in the mix. We're also having this 22 master number, universal year energy. If you know anything about numerology, 22 is considered the master builder. So what is building? Working. So excuse me, sorry y'all. So 22, master builder. What is 22 building? What is building? Working. So we'll actually, like I said, be actively working on making our end goals play out for us in the physical. Another thing that is going to be coming in for us over this next month and over the next 6 months is, I mentioned earlier that Cancer. I had to slide my sign in there somewhere, apparently. I mentioned earlier that Capricorn is carries a very entrepreneurial energy. And so with that being said, Capricorns are considered the businessmen of the zodiac, or the businesswomen of the zodiac. Let me not exclude anybody. The business people, the business beings of the zodiac. So with that being said, and we're not coming into this energy of necessarily caring about what people think of us, but we are coming into this energy of more so internally figuring out, what is the version of myself that I want to present to the world? What do I want people to feel when they first meet me, or what do I want people to feel when they look at my work? How do I want people to perceive me? And this is not, again, this is not in the sense of, do people like me? This is more in the sense of, what do people see when they look at me? Do they see a hardworking person? Do they see a creative? Do they see a business person? Do they see an artist? Do they see a mother? Do they see a daughter, a cousin, a friend? You know, what do people see when they first look? What is that first impression? And so over this next month, or what's going to be coming in very strongly for us over this next month, is this energy of, what type of person am I? Like, who am I to the world? What do people think of when they think of me? What do people see when they see my face, when they hear my name, when they see my name? What is associated with what comes along with me? If you ever hear somebody say, my name is my brand, or I am my brand. That's kind of the energy. It's not kind of, that's the energy that we're going to be going into in this next month, over the next 6 months is. And when we talk about our brands, we want to build upon those. We want to present them in the most, you know, successful way that we can. So it's like, well, who am I? What am I? What do I do? What do I want people to know about me, right? So over this next month, you have this new refreshed energy, and this energy of coming into this new space, especially with this coming into a new year. And I always tell people around their birthdays that you want to start your year. You want to start your year laying the foundation for how you want to see it play out. So we are all collectively going into, 1, a new year, and into 2, a new decade. So what type of foundation are we laying for ourselves as far as how we are perceived by the world, by other people, in regards to our work and our image? And with that being said, what I do want to say is that this is not I keep saying, what do people think of me? What do people see? But if you watch any of my videos, or if you've listened to any of my readings or anything of that sort, I say this all the time, is we're trying to get to this point to where we are living our best lives, right? So, and it might have been the Capricorn new moon or full moon video from this past year where I was talking about this. But what does living your best life look like? Most of us, when we want to present ourselves, we also want people to see, especially with that Capricorn energy, we want people to think that we are doing well and that we are content with what we've got going on, because we worked hard for it, and that everything that we have, we put in this energy to get there, right? So what does living your best life look like and feel like? And instead of just making the world believe you're living your best life, it's important to align both of those things into where you are actually doing so, and where you're actually putting that energy out. And remember, what you put out is what you get back. So I was talking about this in a video, or maybe it was a reading earlier. Maybe it was a reading I did for myself. But, you know, if you want good shit to come to you, you've got to put in the work. In order for change to happen, you've got to do something different. In order for you to get different shit, you got to do something different, right? I say that a lot. So that's one of my little sayings. So, you know, if you want to be this successful business person, you want to be this, you know, well-received creative artist, if you want to be this, you know, good parent to your kids or whatever, that's what you've got to start doing until it becomes routine, until it becomes something regular for you, and that's what people are going to see, you know? Capricorn being ruled by Saturn, I mentioned earlier, carries a very paternal energy. So we're going to be dealing with a little bit, or a lot of it, depending on what's in your chart, familial energies during this time. And also I want to extend it to romantic relationships and friendships, companionships as well. During this time, with this new moon energy, with this new spark, with this new change, especially with this eclipse energy coming in, this super positive transformation and change on an axis that deals with our paternal and maternal energies, because this is the Capricorn Cancer axis. There I go again, had to throw Cancer in there one more time and probably a couple more times before the video is over. We are in this space to where things or energies surrounding our families, especially dense or negative or stagnant energies, those are going to be coming up, or ways to work through them are going to be coming up, because again, as I said, we're in a space to where we want to be laying the foundation for this next year and this next decade. And then everybody that is a Capricorn, has a Capricorn birthday, for your next rotation around the sun, right? So, you know, with that new moon energy, there's going to be a fresh wave coming in. You're going to be feeling this, okay, this is the type of energy that I want around me. These are the types of people that I want around me. This is how I want to feel in my relationships and my connections and my soulmate connections, whatever. And again, because it's a new moon, sometimes there's a little bit of hazy energy associated with this, so there's a little bit of confusion. However, with that partial solar eclipse energy lent here, there's a little bit of illumination lent in as well. So you feel the things that you want, and then the solar eclipse energy comes in to show you, okay, well, this is how you get to that point. So this may be a time where, you know, you're having some conversations. They might be tough conversations, but they're meant to be had, because that is lending to your healing. And it's a lot of, although it's Capricorn, and Capricorn's not a very emotional energy, it is an earth sign. The earth signs don't carry that, you know, they don't really exhibit emotions and feelings like that. They still feel these things. So there are things, and Capricorn it can be a heavy energy when it comes to things like family and, you know, dense shit and crazy and wild shit. So there may be things popping up here or conversations that need to be had in order for you to lift those energies and release yourself of them, so you're not carrying them into this new decade, into this new year, okay? So have the conversations that need to be had. Talk to those people in your family. If there's some shit going on in your relationship, have that conversation with your significant other and, you know, clear the space out and clear the air. It's a saying that people say, they say clear the air, but you know, when you say this, sometimes you don't really think about where these sayings come from, but that means clear out the energy in the space that you are inhabiting. So if you're in a tense space, if there's dense, negative, heavy energy, you need to clear the air. You need to clear it out, have the conversations, do the work. Again, you want to lay the foundation for this next decade in addition to this next year. So move out what you don't want to be doing in this next year. And that can either mean cutting the cords, or that can mean cleansing the cords. Whatever work that needs to be done, do it. We're ending 2019 with the Capricorn lunar cycle, but we're also coming into 2020 with it. So you've got the advantage of this being a cycle in which you can release and also renew and intend and manifest. What else do I got here? This is a big one, so I got a few notes for y'all. So this video is a little bit longer than usual, but listen, we're wrapping up the year. We're going into a new year. Take all this information, take it and use it. I mentioned earlier that Capricorn is an earth sign. Earth, as y'all know, if you watch my videos, the first thing I think of when I think of earth are the pentacles, and the pentacles is what? The money, honey. So with us coming into this new, fresh energy, especially for those of you that have been feeling like you haven't been giving your finances the attention that you need to, or if you haven't been in good financial health, one of the things with Capricorn, especially having that business mind, Capricorn is all about their money, all about their bread, all about their business. So if you've been out of balance, out of whack as far as saving your money goes, as far as spending your money goes, as far as, you know, your financial plans, and like I said earlier, your financial health, that's one of the things that Capricorn does not do, baby. So if that's been you this lunar cycle, it's kind of going to be like you're fussing at yourself, especially with that paternal Saturn Capricorn energy. If you don't have your shit together, you're going to be telling yourself, I don't have my shit together and I need to get my shit together. So this is what I got to buckle down and do. A lot of you are going to be making changes during this time, making some sacrifices. And I hate saying that word in regards to money, because I have that's for another video. We'll talk about money and the spiritual energy surrounding that. Actually, that would be a good video. I will put up a video like that coming up in this new year. But anyways, what was I saying? I be going on tangents. I'm sorry, y'all. You're going to be fussing at yourselves and saying, listen, you haven't been saving your money, so this is what you got to do. Make some sacrifices. You no more eating out every day of the week. I hope you guys don't do that. No more, you know, spending money on blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. Me, I treat myself to something every paycheck. And so this time around, I don't know for how many months I'm going to do this, but now I'm like, okay, girl, instead of treating yourself to something every paycheck, you're going to have to actually, and this is very Capricornian energy, you're going to plan what it is that you want, and then you're going to use one paycheck for that month and get that one thing, and you're not treating yourself to anything else. And that includes like eating out, that includes like little things like nail polish. Like I'm really about to buckle down, and Capricorn is a tough energy. So if that's what you I think Chelsea wants to go on a walk, but she's gonna have to wait a few minutes. You gotta wait a few minutes, mama. You have got to wait a few minutes, girl. Say hi to the people. She's like, let's go walking. No, I don't want no kisses. We gotta go walking in a minute. She said, fuck you. Few minutes, girl. What was I talking about? Money, buckling down. So basically making a lot of changes. Hi. We're not going walking yet. We're not going yet. You gotta sit down. I guess I'm gonna keep the door open. Like, I'm keeping my eye on you, because when you're done with this video, you're taking me walking. Hey, sit down. Sit down. Sit. You gotta sit. Sit, mama. Thank you. You just gonna have to kick it for the video. Come here. Sit down. Good girl. Good girl. Sit or lay. You interrupted my videos. You interrupted my videos, mama. You need to sleep in your eye. Yeah, girl. Anyways, Chelsea says hello. Really buckling down, really getting our shit together in regards to our finances and the way that we're saving money, because like I said, Capricorn is all about their business, all about their bread, all about their money. And with us going into this new space, into this new chapter, there's no way with this Capricornian energy that we're about to be in here tossed and lost at sea or tossed in the wind in regards to how we're spending and how we're saving. We want a very firm and solid foundation for this next decade. So Capricorn's not finna let y'all be out here fucked up and fucked off as far as your money goes. So expect to be making some changes. Expect to be a little bit more frugal. You're not gonna be going out as much. You're not gonna be, you know, splurging as much on things. It's gonna probably feel like a while before you get yourself some new clothes or some new shoes or some new anything. You're really gonna just be lending your bread to the necessities, what's necessary, and that's bills. So, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Okay, what else? I've got a couple more notes for Capricorn, then I'll talk about the eclipse energy. Capricorn is a cardinal sign. It's the cardinal winter sign, and winter is the season of, and I read tarot, so I'm going to say death, but don't be alarmed. Winter is a season of things dying out, of chapters closing, of clearing out, clearing the air, clearing out energy and dense things and stagnancy and things that you don't need to carry, and baggage and things that you don't need to carry along into the next chapter. And as far as where we are collectively right now, our next chapter is a new year and a new decade. So with this cardinal Capricorn energy, we're really in this space of really wrapping it up, really saying, okay, this is it. This is, you know, this is what I'm not taking with me into the new year, because I have this planned out. I know how I'm making my moves here. So right now, what I'm doing is making sure that everything that needs to be done is done right here, right now. So like I said earlier, we're going into the new year, this new decade, with this worker bee energy, because as we're always actively working on our personal growth, our spiritual growth, and our growth in the physical, there's always little pieces of energetic debris and baggage that gets left behind. And sometimes we're working so hard and working so much that we forget to sweep it on up, break it up, and send it on out, right? So we're spending this month doing so. So it's like with the new moon energy, it's kind of like we don't necessarily understand why we're making all these moves or why we're cleaning up so much, so to speak, but we're doing so in the grand scheme of things. With this partial solar eclipse energy, you'll see why you've been making all these moves over the next 6 months. Like I said, nothing was the same. By the time the summer rolls around, a lot of us, most of us are going to be looking back at our lives, even back at this point, if you're watching this video in 6 months, you're going to be looking back like, wow. Y'all remember that that video? I don't know what the context was, but the dude, his eyes get up and he's like, wow, wow. That's what we're going to be looking at our lives like in the next, by the time the summertime rolls around. And it's because of the work that's happening for us on a conscious and subconscious level, in the physical and in the spiritual realm. So just know that all the moves that you're making are not for nothing. They're for something, and you'll start to understand and start to actually see why, and see the reasons why in the months to come. I do quickly want to talk about the shadow energy of Capricorn on the shadow side. Sorry, y'all, I gotta be honest and tell everybody. On the shadow side, Capricorn, as it is an earth sign, can be very stubborn. Capricorn is known to be a little selfish, especially when they're doing work to get to the points that they want to be in. They can carry this very my way or the highway. You see how I became disassociative when I started talking about the shadow side? Any other time I'm claiming my Capricorn ascendant energy, but when I talk about the shadow energy, I'm like, yeah, so Capricorns, they they can carry this very my way or the highway energy. And you know, I'll be very honest, I'm like that myself. When I'm not operating within my light side. They can also be very stoic, not necessarily understanding their emotions or other people's emotions. Is kind of just like, okay, I got shit to do. I don't have time to worry about you crying over here. I don't understand why you're mad. I don't care. And they can be very pushy. So be mindful of that energy coming up strongly in the next week or so, especially over the next month. And then underlying as we go through the next 6 months, because we are dealing with that solar eclipse energy. Okay. Segue into talking about the solar eclipse. This is a partial solar eclipse. So we've had our, you know, our full solar eclipses. We've had lunar eclipses. We're going to have another round of the Cancer Capricorn axis coming up in the summer too. We have a Cancer lunar eclipse coming up next month. But this is a partial solar eclipse. So I talked about that new moon energy and sometimes carrying a little bit of that haziness, not being able to see the clear path, but that being negated by the solar eclipse energy, because that is coming in, shedding light on, bringing in what's to change, what's to come for us. Oh, mama, I know you want to go walking so bad. You gotta pee. You gotta go to the bathroom. Do you gotta go to the bathroom? I know. We're gonna go in a minute, girl. We will go in a minute. We will go in a minute. I know. Oh, you just want somebody to love on you. I don't even think you gotta go to the bathroom, girl. Distractions. Distractions. So you have that solar eclipse energy coming in to kind of negate the haziness of the new moon, the mystery of the new moon, and shedding light on, illuminating what is changing, what is transforming in our lives. And as I said, we'll see this energy play out over the next 6 months. So as we'll be dealing with all of the other astrological energies during the lunations, we'll have the underlying energy of the Capricorn solar eclipse. So there's a lot of work that's going to be happening over this next year, especially with that master number 22 energy. And I will have a video about that going up in the next couple of days. I'll have it linked in the description box. I do so bad with remembering to put those links there, but you know, new year, new me. We're going to put our links, all the links down in the description box coming up in the next year. Very quickly, talk about the numerology of this moon happening in the 4th degree. 4 is a number associated with stability, foundation, organization, and growth, doing work. So we are really, along with the Capricorn energy, along with the new moon energy, along with the solar eclipse energy, we really are laying the groundwork, really setting a solid foundation as far as our energy goes, in regards to how this next year, 2020, and how the next decade, the 20s, are going to play out for us. So like I said, nothing was the same, and expect to be busy. Just expect to really be working. I'm gonna be very honest, like I feel like a lot of us are going to be in a space to where we feel like we haven't taken a breath. We're just going and going and going, and at points it's going to get a little tiresome, but I feel like for the most part we're going to be in this space to where we're actually enjoying all of the work that we're doing. So, you know, it's not all a L, it's mostly a win. Mostly you're going to be a little tired at points, but you know, just prepare for it. Capricorn, I don't get tired. The Capricorns do not get tired. Actually, they're always sleepy, but in regards to their business and their bread, they don't get tired. They keep working. They do whatever it takes. And that is what we're going to be. That's the energy that we're going to be harnessing over the next 6 months. Also, this being us coming into a 22 year, that means that it's also a 4 year breaking down into 4. So that's just further illuminating all of these energies that I was talking about, and the energies that I'll speak about in that 22 universal year video. But, excuse me, it's all about setting ourselves up for success. It's all about doing the things that we want to be doing in these next 10 years, in this next year, for real. It's all about, you know, forming the relationships and withholding the energies that we want to see in our familiar relationships, in our romantic relationships, in our friendships. This is all about, you know, having poppin' ass finances over the next decade and really bringing in abundance and exponential growth as far as prosperity goes. So, and as far as, you know, like I said earlier, living our best lives and presenting that to the world. So with that being said, you know, the degree that this moon is happening in is very important because it is also amplifying all of these energies and all of these things that I talked about earlier. Also, this moon happened on a 5-day, and the number 5 makes me nervous, but that is because it is the number associated with change and transformation and transmutation and adapting to new spaces and new energies. Like I keep saying and have been saying in the last few videos, nothing was the same. Like all of our lives are about to change. And this moon happening on this day is, again, just further confirming and further amplifying all of these points that I listed in this video, all of this change coming in regards to our foundation, in regards to all of those Capricorn energies, okay? So just simply put, this new moon, this next month, this next 6 months is the time for us to get our shit together and really make good on our intentions of change. That's really the main thing here, is we've been calling this change to us. We've been trying to positively intend and manifest this change. Now it's time to make good on it in the physical and see it play out for ourselves. If you do intentions, if you write intentions, this is a good time to write intentions regarding change, positive change, finances, career, what do I have, relationships, foundation, family, organization. And just keep in mind that this one's a little different. Typically, the way that I look at things is you have this energy around the new moon, and then it not necessarily dies out, but then you move into another energy, and then it kind of pops back up around the full moon. But we're going to be actively working with this energy for the course of the next 6 months. So the things that you really want to be doing over the next 6 months, I would put those into your intentions if you do those, if you write those. The people that are going to be the most affected by this lunation, by this eclipse, are people with their personal planets in Capricorn in 4 degrees, or people with a lot of Capricorn or cardinal or 4 degree or earth aspects in their chart. And because we are dealing with an eclipse and it's on the Capricorn Cancer axis, here we go again, I'm going to say people with a lot of Cancer elements in their chart, Cancer placements in their chart, you can expect to feel or see the change more intensely than others during this next month or the next 6 months. And that's really all I've got to tell y'all. This is probably one of the longest videos of this year. I remember when my videos used to be this long, but it's important for me to get this information out there for y'all. Shameless plug time. As I've mentioned several times in the video, the 22 universal year video, that'll be going up in the next few days, so go on and check that out, watch that. What else? I'll have this 2019 tarot forecast going up. It's going to be another little special video going up, something new that I'm doing. Also check out I was gonna say, check out the Capricorn new moon and eclipse video, the one that I'm recording. Check out also the January tarot forecast. I'm shifting a little bit away from the lunar cycle tarot forecast just because I feel like people tend to look more into the months, but I'll still be reading with the energy of the lunar cycle that we go into that month with. So not too different, but a little different. But check out all of those things, all the things I'll have. I will eventually have all of that linked down below, because why? New year, new me. I'm going to remember to drop my links. That sounds like a different dog, but there's a new dog in the neighborhood that's been howling and barking all week, but that's a different one. But yes, you guys, those are all my shameless plugs. I hope y'all had a happy holiday, Merry Christmas to those of y'all that celebrated. Happy Kwanzaa for those of you all that celebrate. Happy Hanukkah. I don't know what the other holidays are, but happy holidays, happy new year, and I will see y'all next time with all the videos that I just mentioned. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Oh, by the way, guess what? I finally hit 1K subscribers, so big thank you. Merry Christmas to me, Happy New Year to me. I'm gonna do something special for hitting 1K, and you guys can watch out for that video. I'll have that coming up in the next month, less than a month, probably the first week of the year. So just be watching my channel. It's gonna be a special little giveaway video. Okay, that's it for real, for all the shameless plugs. Again, thank you guys so much for rocking with me, and I will catch y'all next time. Happy holidays and happy new year. Peace.